Today I wanted to bring out another one of the classic pistols that I have here. This is a Makarov, and in this case it is actually a Russian-made Makarov. Recently they've been bringing in new pistols, well, they're surplus pistols from places like Bulgaria. Very nice Makarovs right now in the 9x18. This one, however, dates way back to about the mid-90s, and it is in 380 ACP. Now, over the years, they brought in a number of different Makarov pistols. China was making them and bringing them in as a commercial venture back before the Clinton ban. Oh, back in the, what was it be, the mid-late 1990s. This one came in a little bit after that, actually after the ban. Now, the story behind this one, whenever I got this, I bought this, I remember, for a sum of $164 brand new at a shop near here. And the reason that I bought this pistol originally was because of the Clinton, what they called the assault weapons ban. And prior to that being enacted, they were actually talking about getting rid of all high-capacity pistols, not just the magazines like they ended up doing, but getting rid of them, all the pistols themselves that could actually take a high-capacity magazine. So at that time, long story short, I ended up getting rid of a Glock 19 that I had and bought a Smith & Wesson Model 19 in 357 as my concealed carry weapon because I had a permit at that time as well. And after we found out that they did not actually make all semi-automatics illegal like they were talking about doing, I ended up buying just this pistol here just so that I would have one semi-automatic. Well, it turned out that I liked it so much that I ended up actually using it as my CCW, my concealed carry weapon, for probably about 2 or 3 years. Now, it is in well, that's one thing I wanted to tell you. Instead of in the 9x18, it's actually in 380 ACP, which is a more common American-used caliber. But going back to the pistol itself, it is a Russian-made pistol, and it's made by IMEZ in Russia, and it's called the IJ70 17A. Now, at the time, they also had high-capacity Makarovs as well, in 380 and in the 9x18 Makarov. This is a single stack. It was cheaper, and it was also easier to get a hold of. So I just wanted to go over this pistol a little bit. Whenever I bought it also for importation, it was interesting in that they ended up having to use these grips, which have a finger rest on them. And with their point system, bringing them into the country, and they still actually do that. I believe some of the Bulgarian ones that are coming in also come in with an extra grip with a thumb rest on it. That gives them an extra point with their being able to import them into the United States. I didn't really like the grip, although it's more of a target grip. As you can see, let me get a good view of that there, it's considerably wider than the actual issue grips on the Makarov, like the Makarov military pistols. Now this grip is, I found out later on after I bought it, is actually a East German Makarov grip, which I like. I would like actually to get one of the red ones that are available all over the place with one of the stars on it, because that would probably be a little bit more appropriate for being a Russian made. But for a little carry pistol and one to take a range, this has just been a nice little gun to have. Tell you another thing about some of the accessories. I got 2 magazines with it, and at the time they came with a nice little holster, a military type issue holster from Russia. You've got your obligatory cleaning rod, all nicely made. The holster itself that fits in, the pistol fits in, and a spare magazine. The holster is actually interesting. It's one of those military ones where you slip the gun in. Let's see if I can drop the thing here once. And you place it inside of the holster, put it on your belt, snap it, unsnap it, and then to get the pistol out, you grab the little piece of leather there and it actually pulls the gun out of the holster so that the soldier could take it and draw it. Not exactly your speed rig for sure. Also, now this grip here, nor this one here, well, this one has the lanyard loop on it. So it also came with a lanyard. Again, it was a military style pistol. It still was made in the same factory that made the military pistols. So it's got your little lanyard loop that you can put on if you wanted to, if you were a soldier, so that you wouldn't drop it as you were falling around and, you know, possibly had your pistol out and, you know, basically you just wouldn't lose it. Now, just have a quick look here at the gun. This is the same as any other Makarov that's out there, except for the sights. The sights, if you can see here, are adjustable, and they have a small swell. They screw in the top here, and it is spring loaded. So as the screw comes out, it pushes the sight up, which is nice because then you can actually adjust it to any type of ammunition that you might have. If you're using a heavier or a faster or slower ball or hollow point, you can adjust it for that. And that's one actually also too I wanted to say was one of the advantages in getting one of these in 380. Now the 9x18 has maybe about 20 more foot-pounds of energy, which probably isn't much. It really isn't anything in the real world. So with the 380 you actually get the interesting military style pistol, and you also have access to all sorts of defensive rounds if you want to do that. Now, with the magazine on this, as you see there, I just took it out. It is a heel release magazine. You have to actually push in on that, and of course it doesn't drop free. It's a older style military pistol. You got to take that one out, put in your other one. Now, as far as the controls on it, there are similarities and differences. It does have a slide release on the outside, unlike the Walther that we looked at a little while ago, the Walther PP and PPK series. So you do have a slide release, and this pistol also has a hammer drop safety. So you can see there after it went forward, the hammer is back. So red is of course is fire, as it is in most firearms and for most pistols. So you flip that up, and voila, it is now safe. Now you're on safe, and the interesting thing about this guy is you can't actually pull the slide back on safe. So if you loaded a magazine, you have a round in there, you can carry it like this, it's on safe. And you can swipe down your safety, just like you would a 1911, which I like, and that's one of the things I liked about this pistol whenever I was carrying it. And you fire it double action. Double check here, everything is empty. So again, you throw your safety down, and you fire double action. If we can just show you here real quick. Long trigger pull. After your first shot, of course, the trigger comes back some, and you can fire single action. A little bit of take up on it, not bad, and a nice crisp release. Overall, it was an excellent little pistol to have, and I was glad to have it actually after the assault weapons ban came into effect. Eventually, I ended up buying some more Glocks and just continued on with the collecting and carrying. And right now my carry gun is a Glock 27 primarily, and also a CM9 that I use as a backup. This pistol, though, is great to have. It is an excellent pistol to shoot. I'd like to get one of the Bulgarian Makarovs that's coming in right now. You can get one of those on various vendors for about $300. This one, like I said, was $164, which was great. Oh, I wanted to show you also, too, the takedown on this pistol is very similar to the Walther PP and PPK. And as a side note, I know I've read articles already that this pistol was developed right after World War II, and there was some thought that some of the engineers from Walther, the designers, ended up over actually working for the Russians and came out with this pistol. So let's go for a disassembly. Take your magazine out, do your bottom magazine release again, and make sure you're clear, okay? And again, it is like the Walther. Take your trigger guard, hold down on it, push it to the side. It's easier to hold on to it with your finger like this, I found, because sometimes it snaps back on its own. Pull back on the slide, and just like the Walther, imagine that, it comes apart. And again, very similar innards as it is to the Walther. Yeah, there's differences to it. I'm not 100% sure if the Russians copied the Walther or if they just took some of the better qualities of it and combined it and put it into their pistol. This served for decades and decades in the Russian military, and it still is in use over there in the military some, and also in the police forces over there. You'll see them everywhere, basically. So that's my review of our Makarov pistol that I have, and I can thank Bill Clinton, because I probably would have never bought one if it hadn't been for him and trying to ban everything at one point. That's something to think about too in the current re-elections, as this is early 2016, and we're looking at the possibility of Hillary Clinton getting back in. So let's not do that again. So again, this is our Makarov pistol, a reliable, useful, and you use it for defensive pistol, and a military collectible. Thank you for watching, and try to see my other videos. If you like this one, let me know. This is Snowball042, and out.